Hey everybody, this is Ethanita from the Gamer Access and welcome to the Tokyo Mirage Sessions #FE video review. Tokyo Mirage Sessions #FE will have the unfortunate legacy of being the Shin Megami Tensei cross Fire Emblem game that neither fanbase asked for nor wanted. Shin Megami Tensei people would rather have Persona 5 come out already, and Fire Emblem fans are left flabbergasted as to how this game got greenlighted instead of a true Fire Emblem console game that has not happened since Radiant Dawn in 2007. It is difficult to imagine any two franchises that sit further apart in polarizing corners of the turn-based RPG spectrum than Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei. So how exactly did this crossover work? Tokyo Mirage Sessions is a game developed by Atlus and published by Nintendo. Having Atlus in charge of development means that this game is very strong as far as Shin Megami Tensei references go. Just look at the Anime Japan Music Theater Festival Demons Invading Tokyo theme. Even when it comes to normal gameplay, it is instantly recognizable as Megaten and Persona, from the combat system mechanics, to the dungeon traversal, to the traveling and quests. So where is the Fire Emblem? Think of this game as a Shin Megami Tensei game with Fire Emblem references. The characters' Carnage forms and their avatars are based off their counterparts in Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and Awakening. There are some tidbits of Fire Emblem sounds. In the gameplay, the Sword Lance Axe Triangle exists, as well as some weaknesses and attack names, and weapons have their designs also inspired from FE. That is about it. The Fire Emblem is actually rather dwindling or weak for most of the game. It does not get strong until the final chapter, which is blatantly called Fire Emblem. Okay, so it was going to be a nightmare to cross over these two franchises, but looking past the whole Megaten FE balancing act, this is a really nice game. Let's start with the story. It takes place in Tokyo and places a lot of focus on the entertainment industry. The party consists of young heroes who will perform in many of the major aspects of this industry, including singing, acting, theater, television, and Hollywood. The characters start off with their shallow personalities that deepen when the side story quests are performed. The stories of this game actually come with anime cutscenes and special music videos, and this stuff is actually really good. The production effort is very meticulous, as most of the media can get ingrained in memory. They did not go cheap with the media here, and there are actually a good amount of these cutscenes in the game. The evil that threatens this entertainment industry are demons and creatures that feed off people's performa, to the point where the unfortunate victim descends into the abyss of writer's block and development hell. Or in the case of the bosses, they bring out the more negative aspects of their victims' personalities to the extreme. Our protagonist party consists of Mirage Masters, whose Mirage companions come from the land of Fire Emblem. They restore performa to the world, save important trapped victims, and pinpoint the cause of the Idol Sphere attacks. When watered down, the story concept does not seem that new, and there are a few cheesy, cringing moments. But Atlus did a good job of growing the characters and bringing out the highlights and excitement that comes with the entertainment industry. It is a dazzling narrative for the 40-hour game. The dazzling, thrilling entertainment theme continues in how the combat is styled. The Shin Megami Tensei turn-based RPG mechanics are enhanced with session chains, where exploiting a weakness or special performance set off these chains. Even better, there are ad-lib and duo performances. These things are a blast to watch when set off because they tie to the special cutscenes unlocked in the side quests, stories, and unlocking the team's performa. A couple of them could use more work, but most of them are useful, stunning, and flashy in all the right ways. This is Shin Megami Tensei gameplay with Fire Emblem strengths, weaknesses, and other small bits. There is weapon mastery, learning more ways to chain sessions, unlocking special abilities with performa that are unlocked by stage rank. This is an RPG with a lot of mechanics, but it is not too daunting. It would take some patience if you are new to this game and plenty of experimentation, because keeping that same 3-person starting lineup is going to hit a lot of weaknesses. This game is hard. It takes focus, and even that may not be enough because some of the bosses are so difficult that admitting being a chump may be necessary, and the difficulty has to be set to easy. Heck, the final boss might as well be considered Lich King Bahamut hard, where the friendly mode has to be used so things do not get even more tiring after the 30th wipe. Did I mention the bosses can be unfair and attack 2 or 3 times in a row? Yes, they do that. Sometimes it is back to the old-fashioned leveling. However, grinding out those levels actually is not that soul-sapping. There is plenty of incentives, such as unlocking side quests, which lead to more ad-lib or duo performances, and unlocking teammates' ability to join in on sessions even when they are not on the starting lineup. The battles and dungeons are where most of the hard work is in the gameplay. Outside, it is relaxed. Equipment is basically weapons, costumes, and an accessory per person. How about crafting some new weapons to master and learn new skills? Your Team Pokemon Center is the vending machine. Enjoy the musical energy. Learn about the team with mostly laid-back side quests. Test out the lottery and get some essentials at the He-Ho Mart. Being outside the dungeons make for a great break. There are things to enjoy than just core gameplay mechanics. With Tokyo Mirage Sessions #FE, yes, the final result was something that next to nobody expected. However, this game can be what it is if the view looked past all the expectations of what a Shin Megami Tensei game should be and what a Fire Emblem game should play like. Heck, if they could just punt #FE off the title, the general angst would be reduced by half since the Fire Emblem spirit is rather weak most of the game. Looking past that this game is a crossover, Tokyo Mirage is one dazzling performance of awe-inspiring entertainment coupled with solid gameplay. Yes, the gameplay is nothing new, but it is paired with all the right visual flash. Atlus nailed most of the presentation in this game, and the gameplay is a great challenge too. This game cannot be recommended to die-hard Shin Megami Tensei or Fire Emblem fans, but for those looking for a good RPG with a thrilling Japanese entertainment style, this is it. On a 5-star scale, the score that will be given to Tokyo Mirage Sessions #FE will be 4 stars out of 5.